Welcome back, everybody, to episode 9 of I Know What You Watched Last Friday. I'm Brian,
I'm John.
and we are doing Cabin in the Woods.
Yes, we are not officially done with Friday the 13th, but we did enough films to branch off now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So we decided to do Cabin in the Woods.
Let's take a little break from Crystal Lake and head to another cabin of sorts.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
So we're still in the woods.
Yeah, we're still in the woods. It's still a cabin. This is late.
Far away from Manhattan.
Yeah. But yeah, Cabin in the Woods. I love this movie.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Just, I don't know, I won't spill a lot of things, but it's just, you see a lot of stuff later in the film, and it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's like,
when we were watching it, remember I made that it's kind of like Ready Player One for horror.
yeah, pretty much. It's kind of like, if you guys know what the SCP Foundation is, it's kind of like that as a movie.
Pretty much. In a nutshell.
But yeah. Yeah, we can get into it.
Yeah. So, this was filmed in 2000. It was originally slated to come out 2010. So I would say it was filmed in 2009, but it actually wasn't released until 2011.
Yeah. Yeah, it was directed by Drew Goddard. Goddard.
Drew Goddard.
It was written by Josh Whedon.
Yes, Josh Whedon of the Avengers fame.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron. Co-writer of Toy Story. That's right.
Yeah. It's not your typical horror movie. I mean, it kind of starts out as it.
Yeah, it definitely, starting out, it gives off the vibe, like, oh, okay, here are some characters that were kind of, like, you have the obvious character tropes of your basic horror film.
Yeah, like dumb blonde, jock,
stoner,
other friends.
just third wheels.
I know there's 5 altogether.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it definitely, like, it's one of the few films that where you think you have something figured out. It definitely tosses it up. Definitely throws you for a loop every time.
Yeah, kind of. Because I know, we'll just get right into the beginning.
Yeah.
It starts out, like, when you see Cabin in the Woods, like, it's gonna start with these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, the kids go into a cabin, but it actually starts out in, like, an underground facility.
Yeah.
With 2 guys, Gary and Steve.
Gary and Steve. And they're just having that banter back and forth, talking about...
Like, over coffee, like, they're, like, in, like, an underground facility somehow.
Yeah.
Or some facility.
The Hive.
Remember when I first watched it, I'm like, this is not how I expected it to go.
Yeah. You just... Because then, like, it just shows, like, these guys, like, just having, like, a business casual in a non-casual office setting.
Yeah.
And then you almost kind of forget about them. Because it just, like...
A little bit. Because they talk and stuff, and then they all go... Because they're talking about, like, stuff that happened in, like, Stockholm, and it's, like, up to, like, Japan and us, and, like, what the hell's going on?
It almost seems like they're, like, maybe there's, like, a war going on or something.
Yeah. Then, he's getting the little go-kart and drive, and then that's when the title comes up.
Yes, the title comes up.
Yeah.
And then we're with college students.
Yes, we're college students. Dana, Jules, Kurt, Holden, and Marty. Kurt is probably the biggest actor in there. Is Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Maybe not at the time, but now he is.
Yeah, oh yeah, because this was pretty much he filmed this. I think it was right after or during like Thor.
Maybe when was the first Thor?
Or maybe it was no. Actually, I think this was filmed like before he did Thor.
Yeah, this is filmed way before he did Thor. This is
because I think the first Thor was 2011.
Yeah, because the first Iron Man was 2008.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, because then you only see the Hammer make its first appearance at the end of Iron Man 2.
Oh, that's right.
And that was 2009 or 2010. They still feel pretty recent though.
They do.
That's what, like thinking about this film too. I can still remember like all the TV spots for it and stuff. And it's just like, damn, this movie.
I remember hearing about this movie, Cabin in the Woods.
It's already a 10-year-old film.
When I was in school, I never got into horror movies. It was only until after high school was when I did.
Mm-hmm.
So like all like the stuff like in school, I just like kind of ignored because I didn't want to. But now like I'm going back, I'm looking at it, I'm like, this came out in 2010. I'm pretty sure I was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they just gone in freshman year.
I would have been. Let's see. Yeah, when it was filmed, I would have been 20. Yeah, if it was filmed in like 2009, 2010, I would have been 19 or 20.
Yeah, I was. I don't know how old I was. 13, I think it was.
But like the 2000s, kind of like. That was like kind of like a nice like period to like grow up. It was like a hit or miss each year.
Yeah.
It seemed like when it would be like, oh, another possession film. Oh, we're getting another Japanese horror film turn American film. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So he starts out with after the credits. Not the credits, but the title.
Yes.
He goes out to Dana.
Yes.
She's packing for a trip.
She's in a dorm room.
Yeah, she's in a dorm room packing for a trip. She really has a sketch of her professor.
Yeah, she's Professor Uncle Daddy. No, there's no Professor McCullough.
Just like, that's weird.
Yeah, so she she had a thing with her professor.
Yeah.
And I guess the professor's like, no, we're done. And she can't get over that, so she's drawing him a lot. She's a very good artist.
Broke up via email.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Hey, you know what? Don't bother coming to class anymore. What? But I need that grade. You know what? We're good. So yeah, so you find out that her boyfriend Kurt.
Jules.
Oh, sorry, Jules. Jules' boyfriend Kurt.
Yeah.
Which is Hemsworth. Comes to the dorm and like tells it like, hey, my cousin's got this cabin.
Yeah, I think they know about this, so they're just getting ready for it.
Everybody's getting ready for like this big. It's supposed to be like this big weekend.
Yeah, it's big.
Big getaway.
Yeah. And so he's telling everybody to get ready and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then here comes, I love this part. Here comes Marty.
Yeah.
Just drives up, just smoke everywhere. He's got like, he's smoking pot, obviously.
Out of a thermos.
So it's a thermos that's like turns into a bomb.
Which, let's be fair, I forgot about it. And then when I see that again, it's like, I wonder if, like, the first time I seen that, I had the same thought where it's like, I need to give me one of those. Just get a little, is it a thermos? Among other things, yes. Just push it down and just get out. Just walks out of the car.
Yeah. So they all get ready and stuff. There was an RV there.
Yeah, so like the dorm setting's more like their central like meeting hubs of like where we're introduced to the characters we're gonna be spending the time with.
Yeah. Then they all get into the RV and
when you brought up the good point, why you're in an RV, why are you going to a cabin?
I know, like you're in an RV. Like I get it, like Because, I mean, I kind of get it, because there's a lot of people there, but still.
You would think they're taking, like, a road trip, but they're literally there, like, that night.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't... Yeah.
Nobody knew anybody that had a Suburban. They were just like, oh, we're going to take this RV.
Whatever. So they all drive and stuff.
Yeah, they're driving out.
Marty immediately starts rolling joints.
Yep.
Like, immediate.
He stays spiritually woke.
Yeah. Yeah, because, all he talks about is, like, the system and man.
How everybody's being manipulated.
Yeah.
We're being lied to, man. He's the guy in the back seat telling conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Theories. Theories.
Conspiracy stories.
Conspiracy theories.
But as they drive away, the camera pans up to the top of the roof.
Yes.
And there's a dude sitting there.
There's a
saying
dude.
that the eagle has left. You're like, oh fuck, what the hell?
They're like, huh? They're being watched.
Hmm?
The Watcher.
That's all he does.
So then, they're driving, and they come to the gas station.
Yep. They reach an old gas station where they meet. You don't know the name of the dude at the time. He's just some creepy old dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's like.
He doesn't talk, but what he does, he's very mean.
Yeah, he's very mean. He's chewing, spitting all over the place.
I think does he call Jules a slut, or does he call Dana a slut?
Jules.
Just picking on Jules.
Whore.
He's like, nah, the whore.
Yeah.
Like, hey, easy there, Billy Bob.
Yeah. They just want to get gas and it's fine. Straight from a horror movie.
Yeah,
that's like the whole point.
The gas station. Yeah, because it looks like a mixture between like the gas stations in 2003's Texas Chainsaw Massacre with like 2004's Cabin Fever.
Yeah.
The only thing that's missing is the weird old guy with the shotgun and the weird blonde kid Dennis that's bitching about pancakes and does like karate moves.
Yeah. Then there's like the gas station from 31 as well.
Mm-hmm. Good catch.
It's like not as creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
no Captain Spaulding.
So they go and they get their gas and stuff. They're pissed off and they all drive away.
Yeah.
And just left with him staring at the road.
Pretty much. Don't go down that road.
Yep. Then they all leave and they all go find me at the tunnel.
Yeah, as they're going through the tunnel, you get like that long shot of like that CGI bird.
Yeah.
Just flying. And it's following them as they like go through this tunnel. And you see the RV like come out the other side of the tunnel. But as the bird goes to do the same, it hits like this like barrier.
There's like this invisible barrier that's there. Like, oh, okay.
And it totally just, if you're seeing it for the first time too, it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah, like, you come on, this is the kind of movie that like, once you know what happens, the first time, seeing the second time is just, in my opinion, is even better.
Oh yeah, because then you know what like to look for, and then you have that opportunity to definitely,
especially later on.
Yeah. So if you can get through it the first watch and you enjoy it, go back and pick out like, because every time, even on the third watch, there's always something different that you find every time.
I love this movie. So they all. This cabin looks straight from Evil Dead.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I'm pretty sure his actor looks like Evil Dead.
Yeah. So the absence of Ash Williams and his friends.
Yeah. It's the day after that.
So somewhere in the Calderian ruins.
I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be an Evil Dead cabin.
That.
Because he even has a cellar.
It does. It does. So let's just say it is.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what
I'll be fine with that being in the same universe. Hey, you know what? If the Jay and Silent Bob Dogma universe exist within the same universe as the events of Scream because they're both in each other's movies. I mean, if heaven and hell, the battle between heaven and hell can happen in a world with Ghostface, I think Cabin in the Woods can exist with Deadites.
Well, we'll get that later.
So yes, they get to the Evil Dead cabin. Sam's Evil Dead.
Yeah. So yeah, they're all in there, all unpacking stuff.
Yes.
But Holden, which is, we kind of gloss over. He's Kurt's friend.
Yes.
Finds like a creepy painting of just, I'm not even sure what you describe. It's like this family butchering animals.
Yeah, yeah.
Which comes into play later on. That painting.
Does. Yes, it does.
Kind of alludes to it. Again, there's like foreshadowing that you don't realize it's foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Until you've seen the movie. So he's like, nah. So he takes it down and then finds Dana standing there.
Yeah.
But it's a one-way mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like...
He can see her, she can't see him.
So he's like, And then she's like, Dana starts like undressing. He's like, do I say anything?
Or should I go now?
I just love the thing where he like starts undressing and then walks away. And he like slowly comes back.
Yeah, comes back into frame like, alright, man. Okay.
It's like, nope. And then just...
Hey, Dana?
Yeah. And like, he tells everyone that there's a one-way mirror.
And then they're trying to figure out, like, they're like, what the hell's, like, going on here? Like, what's this weird, like...
Yeah. So at that point, I think it jumps back to the two guys from the beginning.
It does. It does. We cut back to Sitterson and Hadley.
Yeah, because they are in some sort of control room where there's cameras everywhere. Like,
yeah.
Like, they're watching...
Like a central intelligence hub.
Yeah, they're watching... You can tell on the cameras they're watching... Excuse me. They're... The kids.
Yeah. They have cameras on... from, like, the gas station... Like, from, like, when they were at the dorm to, like, the gas station to, like...
Yeah.
The cabin. Like, so pretty much these people are, like...
They're watching them.
It's almost like the Truman Show.
Yeah. It's a evil.
Evil Truman Show.
But yeah, so... Then... Mordecai, Mordecai is the gas station dude.
Yes.
Calls the organization. They don't take him seriously at all.
No.
Because he's, like, speaking, like, banter and stuff. It's just, like, really, especially, like, really creepy and stuff.
Just going off.
Yeah. I just keep making fun of him.
So while they're pretty much going through the house now, like the cabin.
Yeah. They're... Well, then... Well, back to the...
Oh, the lab. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, because then it shows that, like, after he calls them or whatever, then they're, like, taking the bets.
Yeah, they're talking stuff, like... Because Lynn... Lynn was talking to Elliot before.
Mm-hmm.
But she said that, like, Jules, she dyed her hair blonde.
Yeah.
And it says, like, even then, she, like, they even plant chemicals in her hair to make her sexually active.
Yeah, like,
so, like, these kids are definitely, like, being messed with.
Yeah.
And
like,
they're
taking,
don't know
like,
it.
mind-altering drugs and, like,
yeah, they don't know it.
Like, yeah, it's messing with their inhibitions.
Yeah.
Increasing the libido. While also making them gradually dumber.
But yeah. So yeah, then that's... Yeah, now they're betting on monsters will be selected.
Yeah. Yes.
And there are a lot of monsters.
They are a lot of monsters.
We're not going to go through all of them, but I know there's...
Yeah, because definitely... We don't want to spoil too much. Even though, I mean, the movie's 10 years old now, but still...
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people who have seen them.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, there's a lot of... and you're a fan of horror, there are a lot of pleasant surprises.
Like, I didn't see this movie till, like, about 2 months ago, so... For the first time.
Damn, I didn't realize it was that recent.
Yeah. So yeah, they were taking bets. Some of the monsters that there's like zombies that are said. It's on a whiteboard.
Yeah.
Behind them. So I can list off some.
It really does look like a business like media. Like they have the whiteboard, they have the names of all the options, and then who's get the name of the employee that picks what and how much and.
Yeah, this is like
a horrific Wall Street.
Vampires.
Yeah.
Merman. Clowns. Zombies.
Snacks.
Jack-o'-lantern. It's picked by security.
Oh yeah. An evil ironing board.
The twins, which who knows what that could be. A giant snake.
Mm-hmm.
Hell Lord.
Wink, wink.
Scarecrow folk.
Wink, wink. Those were my favorite.
Yeah, that's just a list of some zombies or monsters that are
one of the many, many choices.
That are yeah.
Oh no.
There are very many, but that comes into play a little bit.
True.
So like they're like choosing something to they're betting on something.
Mm-hmm.
Then after all that, after the bets are closed, it goes back to the cabin. The kids are just partying.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing what in a cabin in the woods.
Yeah. Kids partying. Are hanging out. They're unpacked. They're uninhabited.
Yeah, drinking. Hallie's been probably smoking the entire time.
Yeah, Marty is staying lit.
It's just high 24/7.
Pretty much. And he's still, he's noticing like certain things.
Yeah, he starts to like question things. And no one else really pays attention to it.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because like the one that's like you would think is the most messed up.
Yeah.
It's like the one that's actually thinking the most rationally.
Yeah. Because everyone else is like, just having a good time and stuff.
Yeah.
And they. The part Jules is like dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And they try playing like Truth or Dare.
Yes.
And then what is it? Is it Who Dares Jules? I don't remember.
Holden.
Holden dares Jules to make out. No, it was Marty that does it.
Yeah.
And Marty is the one who dares Jules to make out with like a wolf.
That's right. Yeah. And she goes up to one of the mounted wolf heads on the...
Yeah, well, no, Marty first says it's a moose.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So make
which
out
could
with that
maybe
moose.
Be another... it could be a reference to National Lampoon's Vacation. Marty Moose.
Oh, maybe. I didn't even realize that.
Sorry, folks, the park's closed. The moose out front should have told you.
Oh, maybe. So Jules is, obviously she does that. And then she like goes...
animal lover.
She goes like in...
Yeah, she really like makes out hard with this.
Yeah, even it like freaks out her boyfriend.
Yeah, he's like, "What you doing? what are you doing? I'm a human being. I'm your significant other at this point in your life, and you haven't done that to me yet. But yeah, that's a head on the wall. All right,
But it's again, she's more sexually active because of her hair dye.
Yep. So it's the chemicals in her hair and just different.
Yeah.
Different things happening. Different what is it? I would say like amplifiers.
Yeah. And at that point,
triggers.
The cellar door pops open.
Yes.
It's just like bursts open.
Another Evil Dead reference there for y'all.
Yeah. But obviously, it's these underground people were obviously controlling everything.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason. Yeah.
So then I think it shows. It cuts back to Citizen how because I think doesn't Marty like say something or whatever like something's like. Somebody makes a comment. Marty makes like a comment about something, and that's what triggers the trapdoor to come open. Like,
yeah, Marty says. I can't remember what the hell he said. Marty says something, or someone says something where, like, it kind of deters everything.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like, then the cellar door opens and they all snap back to...
like, oh, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I think Marty, like, hears something, or...
Yeah.
Or I don't exactly... I don't fully remember.
But, like, he's almost, like, the first iteration of, like, hey, something's not right here.
Yeah, and Marty's definitely one that's, like, he doesn't feel right there. But he's still... He can't go anywhere.
No. But he sticks to his vices.
Yeah. So then they all go down
into the cellar?
Yep. Go down the cellar and they find just a cellar full of just artifacts.
Yeah, like different objects. Weird.
I mean, there's a whole bunch. There's I can list a few off. There's a music box. There's a necklace with a wedding dress. Puzzle sphere, which is
kind of like the puzzle box.
Puzzle box from Hellraiser.
Yeah.
An amulet, a unicorn thing, so much other stuff. I mean, stuff that, like, there's so much stuff you have to, like, pause it and see it. Yeah. Because there's so much shit. Jar of tree sap.
A lot of Easter eggs.
It's an alien egg, snake skin.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of stuff. Voodoo dolls. Struggle.
And they find a diary.
Yep, they find they're all, like, each of them pick up different things. Marty's one that, like, he's down there, but he doesn't want to be down there anymore because he keeps hearing something.
Yeah, yeah.
He keeps hearing, like, because you can faintly hear it.
It's like a voice or something.
Yeah. And he, like, freaks out, but then he finds I can't remember what he picks up. Oh, he finds the film.
Yeah, yes.
Which, I'm trying to figure out what the film... I don't even remember. Oh. That's okay. Anyways. So, who picks up the conch? I think it's the Fred.
Holden.
Yeah, I think Holden picks up the conch shell.
Yes.
I already forgot the names of the people. Jules finds the wedding dress.
Yep. Then Kurt has the sphere.
Kurt has the sphere, that's right, because he, like, almost solves it.
Yeah.
Because they're all, like, looking at it, they're all, like, intrigued by it. And then, yeah, Dana picks up a diary. They're all, like, look through this stuff, they're all messing with it. And, like, as soon as, like, they all, like, build up suspense, and then Dana's like, guys, check a look at this, and they all just put their stuff down.
Yeah, yep.
And then, so, Dana's reading this diary from Patience Buckner.
Yes, Patience Buckner.
Like, this little girl who supposedly lived in the cabin, like, in, like, 1903.
Yeah. She, like, came from, like, a, like, messed up family.
Yeah, the Buckner, it's like, really sadistic family.
Almost like the diary almost looks like the
Tiny bit.
Necronomicon.
It's a brown diary. It's the same color.
Read the Necronomicon. So when Dana's looking at the diary and going through it, she sees some, like, words.
Yeah, she's reading the diary and stuff. I felt like her, like, dad, like, took her one kid down and, like, took her mom down or something.
They're, like, sacrificing them or something.
Yeah, or something like that. But the dad's got a husband bulge.
Yeah, they talk about the husband bulge.
So fucking funny.
Hey, honey, you gonna make me some mashed taters? I don't know, you got that bulge? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Mr. Buckner.
So yeah, they read the diary and stuff. Then they find it's Latin.
Yes.
I don't exactly remember what it says.
Barata. No, that's Evil Dead. Yeah. I got the words.
That's right. Marty's hearing. He is hearing a voice.
Yeah.
And saying, "Read it out loud."
Read it out loud.
And Marty's like, "Don't do that."
Mm-hmm.
But Dana still does it anyway.
Yeah, because she's starting to read the words, and Marty's like, "Shut up!
Yeah.
Something's not right here."
Yeah, Marty's again, the stoner is the reasonable one.
Yeah.
Which doesn't happen. But yeah.
Yeah, so as she's reading it, you get like the clips of them waking up. Like the Buckner family waking up.
So she reads the Latin, and then when she's done it, these like zombies, I'm assuming it's the Buckner family, rises.
Yes, they rise,
and they are the ones that are chosen to be the killers.
Yes. And then it cuts back to the as they're coming back to life. It comes up. You see like the hand come up from the grave, and then it goes to the computer, like one of the screens in the lab.
And then they're just like,
"All right, who shows zombies?"
It was zombie torture, sadistic family. Because there's zombies, and then there was like that one.
Oh yeah.
Because the one
sadistic
lady.
Sadistic family. Because the lady chose actual zombies.
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, sorry, this is different."
Zombie torture family or something like that. Hillbilly zombie torture family or something like that.
Yeah. No, if they were straight up zombies, hey, there's always next year. It's like, what? This happens again?
Yeah. So, what we find out about that seller is that's basically how they choose they're going to die.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, some of the items, like obviously the diary was the Buckner family.
Mm-hmm.
The conch shell was a merman. The puzzle sphere was obviously the pinhead dude.
Mm-hmm.
Which you find him later on.
Colonel Saw Blades.
Fortune telling machine was clowns.
Yeah.
Amulet was a werewolf. The film strip was Kevin.
Yeah.
Which they never. There's a whole bunch of other ones. There's killer robots and sexy witches.
Oh.
And then regular witches.
And then regular witches. Now, you have your choice of sexy witches, regular witches, mildly sexy regular witches, and then you just have the last option, witch.
Wizard.
Honorable mention, sandwich. That does not count.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of other ones. Book of Shadows, witches, Minotaur horns, and Minotaur.
Mm-hmm.
Broken meteorites, the blob, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. A lot of homages.
Jar tree sap was just the angry molesting tree.
Yes.
Which is a straight up reference for
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Lest we forget the tree of touching. The extra giving tree.
That tree's not in the second one, is it?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm sure that was one of the ones that had to get taken out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's a fucked up movie.
So yeah, they they're like back up, like everybody kind of disperses back upstairs.
Yeah, they all go back upstairs because the Buckner family isn't there yet.
No, but we know that they're out and about now.
Yeah, they're out and about, but they don't know it.
No.
The kids don't know it. And they're up and they're Kurt and Jules run off into the woods.
Yes.
To do some adult things.
Go frolicking in the forest.
Hold hands.
Yes.
Passionately.
Passionately. I think all the while this is going on, is when Marty's like in his room.
No, this all happens together.
Oh, okay.
So Kurt and Jules run off in the woods and stuff, and then they're trying to get Jules to expose her breasts.
Oh, that's
Which
yeah.
is
From
funny as hell.
Yeah, because they have to do it.
Yeah, they have to do it for just to got to keep the customer satisfied.
Yeah, that's what they keep referring to throughout the film.
It's like the customer or the one upstairs or something, or one downstairs.
The director.
Yeah. So Kurt and Jules are like, they're hesitant because of where they're at.
Yeah,
because they all want to like. There's like, they go out into this mossy area.
Yeah.
And then like, the technicians do something to where
they like press
the moonlight.
Yeah.
And they increase the moonlight.
The like moonlight shines upon like a nice fresh area of moss.
Then there's like pheromones that come up from the sky.
Yeah.
From the sky, not the ground.
Or up from the ground, yeah.
Yeah, from like the moss. Which looks like regular like fog.
Yeah. But it turns out it's
like
pheromones.
Yeah, that's when they start, have sex. And it's just like Jules like goes in and she like exposes her breast and they're all like, yeah,
yeah. They're like, all right, money.
Yeah. Even like the security guard is like, doesn't want to look at it, but then he's like,
he just comes into the frame like earlier with the beer. It's just like, all right. So yeah, they're all happily ogling Jules.
Yeah.
And as things start getting hot and heavy with Kurt and Jules.
One of the guys is like, because they're like staring at it, he goes like, score. Yeah, like fucking right. Yeah, Kurt and Jules, yeah, they're going at it and stuff.
Wrestling.
Yeah, and that's what they're done. That's when we find out, and that's when we find the Buckner family.
Yes. So as Jules is stretched out on the ground, and Kurt is distracted, there is a knife that goes into her hand.
Yep, right, and he goes right into Kurt's shoulder as well.
Yes. And the Buckner family have arrived.
Yep. So they pick up Jules, they throw her over. They like hold Kurt, so he can't move.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of them cuts Jules' throat.
Yeah.
With a rusty saw.
Yeah, it's brutal. Cuts her throat, and then
Jules is the first to die.
Jules is the first casualty, and it shows like as her death happens, then it goes to the lab and like they go to like this door, like
yeah,
they go, like, this compartment. Yeah,
they go to like something like these like wooden things on the back, and lift up a lever, and they offer a prayer. Because I mean, they don't like doing what they're doing, but
no, yeah,
they're doing it. They're doing it because they have to.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Jules actually died.
Mm-hmm.
So they offer up a prayer, and then he pulls a lever, and then it breaks this like jar of blood. And you see it goes somewhere. We don't really see where it goes.
Yeah. The blood just goes down like this drain, and then back to, I believe Kurt, right?
No, it goes back to Marty.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because as they're attacked by zombies, Jules is decapitated. She dies and stuff, and then it goes to that stuff with the lab where they're offering they're doing the prayer and they pull lever. Then it goes to Marty in his room.
It goes back to Marty. Yeah, because Dana and the other guy they're talking.
Dana and Holden.
Yeah, because they kind of set them up. Jules and Kurt kind of like trying to set them up together. Yeah,
they want their friend. So Dana's like the best friend of Jules.
Yeah.
And then Holden's like Kurt's best friend.
Yeah, so they're trying to like set them up together. But like Holden is not your typical. He's an athlete, but he's not your typical athlete. He's like incredibly smart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another thing too. Another trope that they flipped on its head. He's not like the dumb jock. He's actually very intelligent.
Yeah. So it goes to Dana. But they're like talking stuff. Then it goes to Marty.
Yeah.
He's smoking.
He's just laying in his bed, I think, just smoking.
He's smoking, watching, reading Little Nemo.
That's right. Yeah, he's talking about Little Nemo.
Like, go little fish,
go little fishy. And then he hears the voice.
He's another voice. And he goes, I just love this thing. He goes like, because it says like the voice says like go for a walk.
Yeah.
It's just like, voice is like, he's like, I definitely hear something. It's like, you think I'm a puppet? I'm the boss of my own mind.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then goes like, I'm going for a walk.
I'm going for a walk. Yeah, because he's like flipping out, and then he finds the surveillance cord, right?
No, it's after that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But it's just like when he like walks past Dana, and he goes like, he has a husband bulge.
Yeah, he has a husband bulge.
But yeah, then that's when he goes outside to.
Yeah.
He's got to pee.
That's right. He walks a little bit away from the cabin.
Yeah.
And he's just peeing, and I like how like it just shows him like kind of like the moonlight like on him.
Yeah.
But then like in the background, you see the zombie girl like coming like from like the light and then back into the darkness, and then he like turns around. We know something's coming toward him in the dark, but he can't see shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then he turns back and just keeps going, and you just see like the silhouette keep getting closer.
Yeah. Like when you like think like this lady's going to get her, then Kurt runs up.
Yeah.
And grabs
Kurt
Marty.
Comes in and grabs Marty.
Excuse me.
And they run back inside into the cabin.
Yeah, like Kurt's covered in blood.
Yep.
And so now they're all freaking out.
And then Kurt like pretty much clotheslines the zombie girl.
Yeah, that's right. The zombie girl's Patience, which is the diary owner, and she. I don't think she realized that he was. Oh, maybe he did. But like they're all running, and Kurt just like fucking decks her.
Yeah. Yo, man, what? No, she's dead. Ah. Still got that little girl, Kurt. What are you doing? Just close the door.
Yeah. So he tells him that Jules is dead, and then another Buckner comes and breaks down the Papa Buckner.
Yeah, Papa Buckner.
Tries to break down the door.
Yeah, he's trying to force his way in.
Yeah. So, this is all freaking out. Then they finally bar the door.
Yes.
And Kurt has a plan for everyone to stay together.
Yes.
But
they're seeing this at the lab.
Yeah, in the lab, they see that, they're like, oh shit.
He's not as dumb as we thought.
Yeah.
So while he's saying, like, hey, we need to stick together and stuff, they release something in the air vents.
Yeah.
And then Kurt's like, no, we should split up.
Yeah, we should split up and cover more ground. And no one oddly agrees with it.
Yeah. Well, except Marty's like, what? You just said, what the hell?
Yeah.
So then, like, everybody's running because they break through the door.
Yeah, they all run. Yeah, they all run, and they all run into their rooms.
Yeah, and then the doors, it cuts back to the lab, they press a button, and then all the doors shut.
All the doors shut and lock.
Yeah. So now everybody's separated from each other.
Mm-hmm. And this is where Marty...
Marty's like, what the hell's going on? And then finds, he smashes a lamp.
Yeah, he breaks the lamp, breaks it, and he finds the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And he finds it, he looks at it, he's like, I'm on a reality TV show. Because he, pulls it, he, starts pulling,
the cord.
Camera and stuff.
Yeah.
And all the guys in the control room are like, oh shit, that's not good.
Yeah, oh no, what do we do? And he's just, backed up, standing there, at the window.
Yeah.
And then you get, almost like a Friday the 13th moment where, the Papa... Is it Papa Buckner?
No, it's one of the kids.
Oh, one of the
Judah
zombie
Buckner.
The kid just comes through the window. The zombie just comes through the window, grabs him.
Yeah, he grabs him, and then pulls Marty out, but right before Marty grabs his thermos.
Yeah, yep. Grabs his thermos and gets pulled out the window, and then we assume that that's the end of Marty.
Yeah, because he gets pulled over a log.
Yep.
And a shroud just comes up and their blood splatters.
Yeah.
So you just kind of assume that he's dead. And then so do they.
Yeah.
And they do another stone carving thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then earthquake is shaking.
It's shaking. And I think that's also when they realized too that the right in Japan failed. Right?
Maybe. Yeah, because all this is going on, Japan's also doing their own thing.
Yeah.
But it's in like a school.
Yes.
And it's the Grudge.
Pretty much, yeah.
They're doing this like a Grudge thing. So yeah, I think it might be after this.
Because I think it's right after they pulled the thing for Marty. And then they're like, what the heck? Like, it's showing, like, the kids, like, celebrating.
Oh, maybe.
Because then you're back. Because then you learn that, like, the American right is, like, humanity's last hope.
Yeah, because everyone else failed.
Yeah. So now at that... Because then when it cuts back, then we're back with Kurt, Holden, and Dana.
Yeah, because they're trying to escape the cabin.
Yeah, that's when they try to leave in the RV.
But before they go underground.
Huh?
They find the black room.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Which is like the torture room.
That's right. Oh,
so
yeah,
like,
the other trap door.
Yeah, the other trap, yeah. So they find that, they go down there, and then,
Yeah, because that's right, because, they're all being attacked.
Yeah, Danny gets attacked. She calls for help. The Holden breaks the mirror.
Yeah.
There.
He breaks the mirror in to get to her.
Yeah. Then the Buckners are like attacking and stuff, and then they find the trapdoor. They try to call to Kurt, who's in his room.
Yeah.
But he has to go in the basement.
Yep.
So go down there so they can escape.
Mm-hmm.
Holden and Dana come down, and then Dana realizes this is the black room.
Yeah.
So it's just like there's like axes.
The black room that was referred to in the diary.
In the diary, yeah. The diary, like the black room was like where the dad did all the killing, the torturing and stuff.
Like 50 Shades of No.
And then, but Papa Buckner comes down, and like he has his weapon's kind of cool. It's like a bear trap.
Yeah.
And he throws.
Yep.
And he hits Holden.
It grabs Holden's back.
Yeah. He's like trying to drag him, and then Dana stabs him with a knife.
Yep.
And what's just what I like about this is that she has a knife and she keeps it.
Yeah.
But then they don't want that.
No.
So they press a button and it shocks it, and she drops it, and she doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
It's like another thing where like another horror movie trope where it's like a one and done with weapons for some reason.
It's like, nope, you still got it. You're being manipulated.
Yep.
So yeah, they all managed to break out of the cabin.
Yeah, they all That's when they find out about Japan.
Yes. Because they're worried about now. So like, Sitterson and Hadley are watching all this like happen with Japan, and they're freaked out because they're kind of distracted. Like, oh no, what does that mean? Like they're figuring out that their right is pretty much like the last hope of humanity.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of things, and they all failed. But like, we don't really know.
Like what exactly?
What that entails.
Yeah, yeah.
We just know it's not good.
And while all this is going on, then suddenly they realize, like, oh shit, like, they're getting away in the RV.
Yeah, because they're driving the RV and they realize that the tunnel's still open.
Yeah, the tunnel that they came through. So obviously, the tunnel is pretty much your only way in, only way out.
Yeah, it's the only, because it has that, you saw before, that force field.
Yeah.
So then they're all driving. One of the guys is starting to run to demolitions to think, why the hell isn't it working?
Mm-hmm.
Which why it wasn't blown up. Because there was a glitch in the system.
There was a glitch in the system. But yeah, as they're trying to escape an RV, he triggers the tunnel collapse.
Yeah, the tunnel, like when they're in the tunnel. So they had to back up.
Yeah.
That's when they're like, oh shit. Because
what did we do?
In this road there's a ravine that you can't cross.
Yeah.
Unless you try to jump it. Which is what they do.
Yeah, they decide to...
He has his dirt bike.
Kurt's got his dirt bike on the back of the RV.
Yeah, and this is... I love this.
And they're just like, Kurt's just like, don't worry, Holden, don't worry, Dana. I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna jump this ravine. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna bring everybody back. And we're just gonna...
That's this big motivational speech, and they
build
it all up, and then he jumps it, and he just immediately gets crashed into the force field. Yeah.
Oh God! And then that's when you're brought back, like, oh shit, yeah, that's still there.
Yeah, because you kind of forget about it.
So when he fails, you just see like the camera like hold down, and he's falling, like the bike and his body are like hitting this force.
Yeah, they keep hitting, they keep bouncing off of
it. All the way down until it just disappears into blackness. So then they, I think that, like, Holden and Dana, they realize that, like, this shit is, like, what the hell? Like,
I think Dana is starting to, like, maybe Marty was actually right. Yeah. Like, maybe someone is watching us.
Like, something's going on here where we have to, like, do what they want.
Yeah, like, something's going on there. Because, like, Dana realizes that there's no way out, and the only way they have to die. Yeah.
And so, like, they decide to like try to escape in the RV again. They get back in.
Try somewhere an alternate route.
But you see when they go back in, you see like the handprint, the muddy handprint.
Yeah, there's a handprint that they don't see. So someone's in the RV with them. But yeah. So Holden's driving.
Yes.
They're going somewhere. And they're talking and stuff, and then just a spear goes right through his neck.
Yeah, spear goes right through his neck while they're driving. Because they're pretty much talking about, like, how, like, what they're going to do, like, how they're going to survive and what they're going to do. Mm-hmm. Because you think it's almost like, oh, okay, they're getting away. And then, boom, I think, is it Papa?
It's one of them, I don't think
Or no, it's one of the kids.
Yeah.
One of the zombie kids spears Holden in the back of the neck with a spear. And then causing him pretty much the RV to...
Oh, it is father.
Is it?
Oh, Matthew was something different. Oh, father was something different. I thought Matthew and father were the same person.
That's what I thought at first, too.
Whatever.
So the RV careens off the road.
You careens off the road right into the lake.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Holden's dead.
Yeah. Holden pretty much she escapes, like she like is in the flooded RV, reaches like an air pocket, pushes up out of the air vent.
Yeah.
And while she tries to swim out, the zombie like grabs her foot. Then she's just like, nah, and like just full on kicks him.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then
she's
swims.
She's on the dock, and then you see Matthew Buckner, which is the one with the bear trap. He's the big one.
Because the lab employees, they see that like Dana's now pretty much the only survivor.
And they're just partying.
Yeah, they're all like, yeah, this is going the way we want it to. Hell
they all did it.
They think that the right was a success.
Yeah, they all did all partying and stuff, and all the drinking and stuff. You just see Matthew just going to town on Dana.
Oh yeah, He's still attacking her, and then while they're partying, the phone rings.
Yes, this is a huge party, and there's a red phone on the wall.
Yes.
That is the kind of phone like you don't want to get a call from.
If you hit the other four, then you get a song on that map from 5.
Is that an Eminem song?
Won't Back Down.
Yeah.
That was a horrible zombie reference to Black Ops.
Black Ops. Black Ops 1?
Yeah.
And fucking map of 5.
5. The Pentagon.
It's a map of the Middle East.
Hit all the red telephones. So yeah, the phone call is coming from inside the house.
So yeah, they...
And who is it that answers it? Is it... I think it's...
It's the one with the merman.
Huh?
It's the merman guy.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't remember what his name is.
Hadley. It's Hadley.
Yeah, Hadley. Because Hadley hears it. Because there's music and stuff playing. They're all partying.
Yeah.
And then Hadley hears it. And he's like, they all stare at it. They're like, turn the music off.
Turn the damn music off.
So he answers the phone.
Yes.
And then,
you don't hear, like, anybody on the other line.
No. He's like, that's not possible. We did everything we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then he, like, turns around and, like, looks at everybody. He's like, which one?
Yeah.
And all while this is happening, no, Matthew's still fucking about to kill Dana. Marty appears.
Yes.
And beats him with his thermos.
Beats him with the thermobomb.
Yeah. So, yes.
And he saves Dana, and he's pulling her along, and she's following him, and he disappears into, like, this hatch.
Yeah. He disappears his hatch, and he realizes, like, it's like a really well-lit, like, elevator shaft.
Yeah.
Or elevator. It's just... the Buckner's just in pieces on the ground, like, staring at him.
Yeah.
He's like, sorry, I had to dismember that guy. He's
Well,
like, I had to dismember that guy with a trowel.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Yeah. He's just so gone.
He's covered in blood. He's all messed up.
But he's, like, at least at the same time, like, happy he's not, like, alone anymore.
Yeah.
With just a zombie corpse that's still animated, even though it's in pieces.
Yeah. Because he realized that it was a grave where the Buckners came up, but it's an elevator.
Yeah.
And he's, like, realized that, like,
they were sent
these things were sent up here. Yeah. And it explains that they're going down. Eventually gets it fixed to the facility.
Yes.
Because now all the guys are like in the facility are like, oh shit.
Oh no, we have a breach.
Yeah.
we have a breach.
So there's
a glitch in the matrix.
They're in the transport cube.
Yeah, so it almost kind of like the elevator from Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Like you can go up, down, sideways.
Evil. Because it's just like a dark area, except for them, it's all lit up. And then, it's like dark. I think Dana like looks at the camera, and then you see a werewolf.
Yep.
And then you see a wraith.
Yes.
And then you finally can see the Hell Lord.
Yes, you can see an obvious homage to...
Instead of Pinhead, it's Soulhead.
Yes. He may look familiar to you guys in a weird way. But yeah, so they see him, and she just starts like freaking out on him.
Yeah, because she sees... This is when she realizes... Yeah, she realizes that, like, they chose.
Yep.
How they're going to die. Because he's holding the
puzzle piece.
The puzzle...
Well, the puzzle sphere.
Sphere thing. He realizes, like... Oh, we chose these monsters, and they sent them up here. And then Nadine's freaking out.
Yeah, she's just like, what? Screw you!
And then it just, like... This is probably my favorite scene.
Hell yeah.
She's, like, freaking out, and then it zooms out.
Yeah.
And you see that there's hundreds of monsters.
It's like literally they're surrounded in like this little cubicle, like cube, like surrounded by other bigger like cubes, like holding cells almost.
Yeah, they're
like, It looks like a giant vending machine from hell.
Because there's, I mean, I can name off some of the monsters. I mean, I kind of did, but ones that are in there's like obviously the tree, the molesting tree.
Yes, the giving tree.
If you look closely at that scene, like pause it, you'll see a whole bunch of references to stuff. I mean, there's the Shining Twins. There's like a giant floating head. There's a clown.
Yes.
Just obviously it.
Pennywise.
Giant millipede.
Yes.
Giant spider.
Slender
giant
Man.
snake. Probably.
I didn't see Slender Man, but I'm probably guessing these.
There's a whole bunch of other ones too. The Blob.
Yes.
Some other favorite ones. Savage with Hatchet. Oh no.
No, with the hatchet. Hatchet woman.
Fucking
Lizzie Borden.
No. Kane Hodder's other movie.
Victor Crowley.
Yeah. Except it doesn't look like him at all. The Suffocators.
So yeah, as it's panning, like it's just showing like a whole big, like almost like a horror mosaic.
Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of just things that. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. So they realize when their elevator like finally like moves.
Yeah.
They're surrounded by like pretty much by security.
Well, not yet.
No.
They get to the elevator lobby, then the director is speaking to them.
That's right. That's right.
There's them just like it's they're gonna die no matter what. It's it's just inevitable. It has to. It's something bigger in order than they can imagine.
Yeah.
Like it's something they.
And all the while, like the director's telling them this, like that's when you see like all of them like coming out, right?
No, they hide. The security, yeah. They hear the security guards.
Yeah.
Then they run into the control booth.
Because right before the whole thing with the director, though, that's when what's his name meets the Merman.
No, that's way after.
Is it?
It's way after.
Oh shit.
That's not until after all the monsters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they go. The control room.
Yes.
They're hiding from the people, and then Marty's like, "I'm gonna just push this button," and then all you just hear is just elevator dings.
Yeah, all the elevator doors opening.
Yeah, all the elevator doors open, and just cards are just all the monsters are escaping.
They just keep coming out floor by floor.
Yeah.
The more security, the more monsters, and the more blood, and the more
like
chaos ensues.
The whole like window that they're at is just covered with blood. You can't see anything out of it.
Yeah.
So you have all the monsters are escaped.
The monsters are escaping.
Yeah. So
The monsters are escaping.
Because now the facility is like freaking out. Really?
Oh yeah. Stomach's like, hey, I want a pod too.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I missed the part where as soon as they get out of the elevator, there's a security guard, but the zombie hand's still there.
Oh yeah.
And he like grabs the security guard. And he goes like, thanks zombie hand.
Thanks zombie hand. That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, they're pretty much, they release all the monsters, and you know they're slaughtering the staff, and they breach the central like hub where everybody was party. It was a party area.
Yeah, it's the control room. You find the control room. Like the two guys are like trying to get into the downstairs, which is obviously covered by a vault, and this is where he gets like knocked down or something.
Yeah.
And then he gets knocked down, and like the mermaid just slowly like on the ground. He's like, look up, because I don't think anything glasses fell off. And then that's when the merman comes. He's like, oh come on.
Oh man, I chose him. Damn it. And the merman.
Because I think he chooses the merman every year.
Yeah.
Because he just wants to see one, and nothing ever happens.
And he finally seen what happens. Yeah. The merman's like, alright, I choose you.
Yeah, bit his face off.
Starts eating his face, Lecter style, and Dana accidentally stabs Sitterson.
Yeah.
So you have Hadley killed by the merman, and then while the other old guy's running away, trying to escape, he runs into Dana and Marty.
Yeah. Runs at them and it tells them that like what's going on.
And then that's when they pretty much just like leave them, and then they enter.
They enter the ritual room.
Yeah, they
the ritual
discover
chamber.
it, like looks like an ancient temple.
Yeah, they realize it's like a stone like platform with these like 5 stone like things.
Yes.
Like ritual stone carvings. And below it, there's just like smoke, and you can hear it, but you can't see what's down there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you meet the director.
Yes, the director played by
Who?
Ellen Ripley.
Or Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, she explains. She pretty much tells them like about the annual rituals.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty much human sacrifices to.
Every year, as long as one. I don't think it has to be every.
It doesn't have, as long as one. One ritual goes right.
Ritual goes right, and then the world is the ancient ones were like dormant.
Yeah, and it's revealed that the ancient ones used to roam the land, used to roam Earth.
Yeah, they're ancient ones are like basically like the gods of the. Because when I was reading the wiki that there's actually every single one there's an ancient one.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, she's telling them about the ritual. The American ritual involves, you have the sacrifice of like the typical 5 slasher tropes.
So like there's the horror.
Yep. Which is Jules.
Yeah, the fool.
Which is Marty. The scholar.
Scholar, which is
Holden.
I'm assuming it's the jock.
Yeah, the jock or athlete.
I can't remember I think it was the jock. And then there's the virgin, which is Dana.
Yeah. And pretty much like it's the order of the killings. Pretty much are like it doesn't really matter as long as the whore dies first and the virgin dies last.
Yes.
Or survives.
Yeah, the virgin death doesn't matter.
Yeah. So with that being said, then the director's pretty much telling Dana like, you need to kill Marty.
Yeah. So like, if you want to save the world, you have to kill Marty.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marty's like, what? So like Dana wants to kill him. I can't remember exactly what it goes on.
What's that?
Oh, that's right. Marty and
yeah, because director tells Dana to kill Marty, like to spare humanity as all the other rituals had failed. And then Dana, she's about to kill Marty.
Yeah, she's about to kill Marty, and then Marty attacks her or something.
Yeah,
and then she drops the gun.
She's like, "I'm sorry," and he's like, "I'm sorry too." And then you see that's when like there was a werewolf coming up behind her.
Yeah. Yeah, Dana somehow grabs the gun. I don't remember. She already had a gun. Yeah, then the werewolf attacks her, and she drops the gun. Then Marty grabs the gun and shoots the werewolf, and it causes him to freak out. And then Marty and the director fight. And up alone, here comes Patience Buckner.
Patience.
She's walking over.
Just a little. I'm not even saying it.
And then Patience has a hatchet and like with her momentum hits the director and then they both fall off.
Yep. Yep, they pretty much are gone, and then it's just Marty and Dana. Just they pretty much decide that humanity is not worth saving at the price of human sacrifice.
Yeah,
so
they're just gonna end the world.
She's like, "Hey, I'm sorry if I was killing you." And he's like, "Yeah, me too." And then they just share a joint.
Yeah, they share a joint. I don't know where he gets that from, but he shares it.
They it just pulls out like Popeye with his spinach.
Yeah.
I have this. And as the temple floor collapses and you see this giant molten hand causing Ragnarok.
Yeah. Giant molten hand comes out and just slams down, and that's
pretty much cut to black, and that's the credits, man. That's pretty much the long and skinny of what was the 2011's Cabin in the Woods. I mean, it was, for the most part, it was definitely different at what came out at the time. Because I do believe it was like right around, this came out, I think one of the reasons what caused it to be like not released right away was because this was being filmed right around the time where you had these horror remakes coming out. Yeah. You had like the Friday the 13th remake, you had, you know, the Nightmare on Elm Street ones. I think after the Nightmare on Elm Street one like had like all the backlash that got, then they were hesitant with doing a lot of like, we live in the land, unfortunately, now of like intellectual property. So like you're gonna see more things that are being remade or rebooted or something that is already attached to a franchise instead of getting like an original story anymore. Mm-hmm. And I think this was probably the last like real attempt at trying to do something different before it was like, okay, that's it. We're just gonna stick to with what works.
This is like Cabin was it's a good movie. I love this movie.
Yeah, and it's a great film.
But yeah, they kind of. I do like how it's kind of meta. Where they make fun of horror movies.
Yeah, it's self-aware.
Yeah, it's self-aware. Like they get what they're doing. It's
like doing all the tropes. Not only like the image, but like style, the way it was written, the way it was shot. Like, everything was like, even from like certain dialogue. Like this movie was like one giant like thank you.
Yeah.
And like, hey, we appreciate everybody. Like from past, present, future.
What was kind of want to talk about that in a little bit. Like, I know I told you about this when we watched the movie about the older ones and like who the older ones underlying, like, if you just look at the movie like face value, they're just gods of. If you actually like the meaning behind the ancient ones and the whole movie, is that the ancient ones are supposed to be the viewers, because that's
essentially what we are.
Essentially what like is like you as the watcher are the ancient ones. Where like when something doesn't go wrong in a horror movie, the critics freak out.
Yep.
And try to destroy a franchise because of that. Mm-hmm. So that's why they try to do everything to a T. They have all these tropes happen because they know it works. Mm-hmm. And when something doesn't go well as planned or what they don't want, they freak out.
Yeah. It's pretty much like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
You can have your cake, but can you eat it too?
So like, I'm gonna look at like Japan's thing where like the ghost was saved.
Yeah.
That obviously failed because there was no deaths. There was no.
They didn't get anything out of it.
They didn't get anything. It's just like the ghost was there, terrorizing people, and then it was gone.
Yeah. They didn't get what they wanted.
Yeah.
And it did really well. It was pretty much like, for the most part, if it didn't get like a 5 out of 5, it would get like a 3 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. Like, it wasn't negatively received. It was like there was a lot of positive reviews because it was something that stepped out of the norm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is definitely one I would recommend.
Yeah, it's not scary.
No,
it's not. It's just a good. If you like horror movies, it's a very good one to watch.
Absolutely.
Especially if you watch like a lot of them, you can definitely tell the Easter eggs and stuff.
Yeah, and it is one of those rare films where like it's even better each time you watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This was a review of Cabin in the Woods.
That's right. Yes. Thank you for joining us for our 9th episode.
Yeah.
And
it's not the shortest out, but whatever.
Yeah.
We'll still run an hour.
We're still checking some things out and moving some things along. And yeah, thank you for joining us for episode 9 of I Know What You Watched Last Friday, Cabin in the Woods edition. I'm Brian.
I'm John.
Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you with episode 10.
Yeah. 10's going to be a special one.
It is.